are you? Are you ready? It is a daily hoop and chat with me, Emma. It is Fabulous Friday. Are you ready to go? Yeah? Okay, so I'm going to step into the hoop. I'm going to hold the hoop, look, exactly halfway round. Can you see? I'm holding it. I'm going to place that hoop onto my low back that is in contact with my back. I'm going to put my left leg forward because I'm going to hoop to my left first. I'm going to turn my hoop slightly to the right. I'm going to launch it and push my hips forward and back. Can you see? So here we go. So those of you that are newer to hoop, I always show you the launch at the beginning before I go off into my talk. The launch is the best, the most essential bit. If your launch is wrong, you get frustrated, the hoop falls, it's wonky, it's a nightmare. And most of us, as adults, we're like, that's it, I can't do it. Well, you can do it. You just need to like practice and have a little bit of calm, all right? So the launch, once you get it, makes all the difference. If you have launched and your hoop is really wonky, if you put the other leg forward, that normally helps balance the hoop out, if that makes sense, yeah? And worst case, just stop and start again. Stop and start again. It doesn't matter if you stop 20, 30 times. Once you get this right, it becomes so much easier. But when you first start hooping, I know it is a little bit challenging. I was terrible. Couldn't keep the hoop up for more than a couple of seconds. That was a nightmare. And I nearly, so those of you who get frustrated, trust me, I couldn't do it, and I was on a course that I was meant to have practiced for and just went and did it. And everyone else could hoop except me. I nearly went home because I felt like such an idiot. I'm so pleased I persevered and did it. The other thing is, if you're new to hoop, try and stick to like 2 minutes each side a day, because you will get hoop sore initially. Just like when you first start riding the bike and your saddle sore, it's the same sort of thing, all right? So there you go. That's the main things I need to tell you about hoop. Oh, 2 more. Obviously, do not hoop if you are pregnant, yeah? If you are pregnant, don't hoop. If you've been hooping and you find out you're pregnant and it's very early days, don't panic, don't panic. It takes around, don't quote me on this because we're all so different, but around about 12 weeks before the baby comes up out of the pelvis, if that makes sense. So generally speaking, if you've been hooping, you didn't know you were pregnant, it was very early days, you know, don't panic. But as soon as you know you're pregnant, do not hoop. And the other thing is, if you've got specific disc issues, especially sort of degeneration of the lower discs, don't hoop. Yeah, hooping's amazing, but there's a couple of things that it's not going to really help you with. All right? Are you ready? Let's go. So, did you miss me? I forgot to go live yesterday. Now, I know that sounds silly, but I literally forgot. So, I'm very much, I don't know about you guys, are you a creature of habit? You like your routines, you like your habit, or are you a fly by the seat of your pants girl? What are you? Tell me. I clearly am very much a creature of habit. So some of you have started following me when I was off in my adventures in Thailand. Absolutely love Thailand. That was our 4th visit there. And when we go to different places. We did go back to Rayleigh on Krabi, and we stayed there because we love it. But we also island hop. We go to different places. So yeah. Anyway, I don't know why I just said that. We like to explore Thailand. That's the best way of putting it. But even then, although it was amazing, it was lovely, it was beautiful, we had a lovely time. Don't laugh, but I missed my routine, which is weird, isn't it? I kind of missed doing my classes. And yeah, I obviously very much like a routine. I like a set routine. And the last couple of days, my routine's been knocked out. It's been out of sync. I do personal training every day apart from Sunday. And my PT client was poorly, so she'd cancelled fairly early doors, but I was still sort of awake, and I was like, and it just, I don't know, it just knocked me out, and then I forgot to go live and do this with you guys. And most of you know I go live Monday to Friday, around about this time. So how my normal routine goes, I get up, I go off and do all my PT clients, etc. I come home and I teach my class online at 9:10 every morning. And I do that via Zoom and via my Facebook group. And that finishes normally around about 9:45. It's meant to be half an hour, but by the time I faff around, it's normally about 9:45. And then I normally jump on and see you lovely lot and talk to you. But yeah, so my routine's just been, I don't know. And do you know what? The more time I have, as anyone else says, the more time that I've got free time, the less I seem to get done. I seem to procrastinate more. I just wondered if that was you guys. Yeah? No? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I mean, I am quite unusual. But there you go. Right, let's get back to talking about fitness. So, I'm going to do 5 minutes each side and just talk to you. So, oh, my watch has been nuts today. It keeps talking to me all day. All the time I've been teaching, it's like, sorry. I'm like, shh, I'm not talking to you. Anyway, so my core muscles are done up. When I do my core muscles, I imagine they're a zip being done upwards. When you just brace your abdominals, although you're pulling your muscles in, I do think you normally push down on your pelvic floor. And a lot of you that are watching me are women. And women, we obviously want our pelvic floors to be nice and strong, don't we? We want to squeeze up. We don't want to push down through our pelvic floor. We don't want any sort of prolapses through the bladder, through the vagina, through our internal organs. So it's important that when you do your core contraction, you kind of draw upwards rather than bear down. Right, that's 5 minutes. I'm going to change sides, ready? So I'm going to catch my hoop and go exactly the same thing on the other side. So look, hoop onto the lower back, put my other leg in front, turn it, launch, and off we go. If you don't know what to do with your hands, just place them up here. I'm always waving my arms around when I'm talking, but there you go. So, anyway, right, let's back to what we were talking about. So yeah, so I tend to, I don't know, like this morning, for example, I would normally be out at 7 doing PT, and I'll be back to back before I run in the door. But one of my PT clients was stranded, bit of snow where she was, couldn't get home, so she couldn't train, she was at the airport. And the other one's little boy was really sick. So it's been a really weird couple of days. And again, you think, I still got up at the same time, so I'd been all organised, but nope. I just got on to teach my online class by 9 by the skin of my teeth. Anyway, right, how's your week been? Have you had a good week? I hope you've had a good week. Have you managed to do the daily challenge with me this week? If you haven't, do not panic. There's always today to start. And anyone who's watching me going, what's the daily challenge? So I run a free group that I've run for many years, and it's normally just a 1 minute challenge a day, and it's just to encourage people to start exercising, just to make it as simple as I can. One of the biggest excuses is I haven't got time, so I did the daily challenge, which is normally just a minute, just to encourage people to start moving. Because once you make a start, that first step is just so much easier. We're doing triceps all the way through March. You've got the same exercise every day, and then every other day I'm chucking in something different for the core. So we're working our body. So I'm going with arms and abs. 2 of the areas that most ladies are uncomfortable with. Are you one of those? If the guys are watching, guys, the tricep exercise is still good for you, and so is the core exercise. So you can still join in. I'm not sexist, it's not just about the girls. But generally speaking, who's watching me, it's normally women, normally, not always, normally about 30 plus, 35 plus, 40 plus. Quite often my perimenopausal girls out there with me, all together in it. And you're following me because you know I'm 52. I've kind of been there, done it, got the t-shirt, made all the mistakes so you guys don't have to. So now you can now come in and use all my knowledge and expertise and not make all the silly mistakes I made when I was younger. So there you go, how about that? That's not bad, is it? Today, when I finish this today, I'm done today. My husband and I are going to the cinema. We're going to go and watch, I think it's 65. Yeah, we're going to watch that. So we're going to go and do that today. And then that's about it really. Probably should record another workout if I can. I'm not sure. See what I mean? I've had it all morning and now I'm not as motivated as normal. I'm procrastinating already, even while I'm standing here hooping with you. So if any of you are watching me and you think, oh yeah, it's easy for Emma, she's always motivated, she's always doing it. See? Just a slight change to my routine is all it has took to knock me off kilter this morning. And I'm just like a bit, shall I? And the weather, what about you guys? Does the weather affect you? God, the weather affects me so much. It really does. You know, I'm normally out there. Don't get me wrong, I work out that this morning I would have been out there in the rain doing PT at 7 AM. But because I wasn't, now I'm like, don't know. Terrible, isn't it? So when I'm encouraging you to go out for your 15-minute walk, minimum of 15-minute walk every day, again, don't think, it's easy for her. You know, take the 2 hours out. My 2 hours, bless them, are delicate little flowers. They would go out 10 times a day if they could, but we've got a different in age. So our youngest one is 6 and our oldest one is 14. And they're like, a few of them got little leg issues going on, and so they want to go out every day, but when it's cold and damp, it's best not to take them out. It's a fine line, giving them enough exercise, but not too much that their little legs play up. So again, I've got everything you would think. I've got the dogs to encourage me to go out. I've got the motivation talking to you, and still, sometimes I'm like, not going. But do I always feel better if I do? Yes, I do. So just like when I'm always saying to you guys about exercising, you'll 100% feel better. When I'm saying to you about going for your walk, you'll feel 100% better. You will, I promise you, but it's just taking that first step, isn't it? So that's where the daily challenge comes in as well. You haven't even got to leave your house. All you got to do is watch me and just do it. Right, that's 10 minutes. I'm going to stop hooping before I chew your little ears off. So some Friday thoughts for you. Make that step, do it, even if it's just that 1 minute challenge. Ah, Bernadette, yeah, see the weather, it does, doesn't it? You know, I'm just going to touch on it quickly. I run a class called Walk Fit Silent Disco, and I teach it outside. Well, to be fair, I teach all my classes outside. I'm an all-weather girl. I used to do some classes in a hall, but then when COVID hit and everything, it was just so much of a nightmare. I've never gone back to teaching them. So I teach kettlebells in the park, I teach boot camp, I teach Walk Fit Silent Disco. I love that. I absolutely love it. Now, Wednesday night, I had to teach, and oh my God, it was such a miserable day. It was awful. And even I was thinking, God. But I went and did it, and oh, we had the best time. We're out there looking probably like lunatics in the rain, but it was great. And do you know what? It's more important to get out when the weather's like this. It's easy in the summer, isn't it? The sun's shining, we're all feeling fabulous, we're out exercising, but that's not how it should be. The most important time is now, and when the weather isn't great, that's the time we've got to get out, because it boosts your mental health. It makes you feel so much better. You're normally a lot more sluggish in this, so you sit more. And when you sit more, you tend to nibble on more food. So I'm not saying don't eat, but what I mean is mindless nibbling, especially in the evening. It's just really bad for you, it really is. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, it's the days where you really don't want to do it that are probably the most important days. And the days the weather's a bit more miserable, like the amount of my people, so my Walk Fit Silent Disco was packed, loads of them. And then as soon as back last year, as soon as it started getting dark in the evenings, they started dropping out, which was a shame because like the headsets light up. And then loads of them, they're like, oh yeah, leave me in the group, Emma. I'm coming back in the spring. And I'm like, don't get me wrong, I'm going to be pleased to see them, but they've missed all those months. It's no good just exercising, guys, 6 months of the year. And for your mental state, to balance your hormones, your emotions, as well as, of course, look after your body, you need to do it 365 days, well, maybe not 365 days, but you know what I mean. More weeks on than weeks off. Does that make sense? Yeah. Anyway, listen, I'm going to stop talking. Have a fabulous Friday. Enjoy your weekend. If anyone wants to join me over the weekend, I'm still teaching. On Saturday, there's a face-to-face class, boot camp, and that's in Castle Hill if anyone lives near me. The second one is Pilates, and that's online via Zoom, and that's at 10 AM on a Saturday. And also on Sunday, I teach Walk Fit Silent Disco. That again, it's a face-to-face class. But those of you who don't live anywhere near me, you're like, oh, but I want to do Walk Fit. I can't provide the Silent Disco for you, but I can still provide the Walk Fit via link if you want to try it. All right? Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys. So, my lovely little Facebook crew, talk to me. I always go back and read through the comments if you have spoken to me. So, I will look forward to talking to you soon. And I hope you're going to join me soon, okay? But if not, do the daily challenge. See you guys.